Hello and welcome to Hub City Now. I'm your host, Tyrone Tony Reed Jr. Today we have with us Principal LaDonna Braswell of Lincoln Elementary. She's here today to talk about Lincoln Elementary's Community Career Summit, which will be Saturday, March 9th, 2019 from 10:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Lincoln Elementary, which is located at 425 Berry Street in Jackson, Tennessee. Thank you for being here today with us, Principal Braswell.
You're welcome.
She's also, I didn't want to leave him out because he's here with us, but her son, Landon, is here too. So we're happy to have him here today, supporting his mom, being here with her. But before we get into the summit, I'd like to talk to Principal Braswell just a little bit about herself. Tell us who you are, where you're from, and how you got into education.
Well, I'm originally from Memphis, Tennessee.
Because I'm from Memphis too.
Yeah. I've been in education over 10 years now. Okay. And so I came to Jackson about 4 years ago, and that was the best move that I could have made. Mm-hmm. I love Jackson. It's so many opportunities here at Jackson. And so it's just been an outstanding experience for myself as well as my son to be here in Jackson and meet so many wonderful people along our journey. So it's been awesome.
What did you graduate from school in Memphis?
Yes,
Where did you graduate from?
I graduated from the best Tresvant High School, home of the Bears, North Memphis.
I'm from I graduated from Whitehaven High School.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So we didn't go over on that side of town.
So what interested you in getting into education?
I've always wanted to be a teacher. I played school all the way up until 8th grade. I was one of those that at the end of the school year, I would always come until the very last day so that my teacher can give me all of her old teacher manuals and the practice books.
You were ready.
And yes, I would get them. It seemed like it was almost every year I would look up and get some materials that I could practice on my teddy bears and cousins.
That's awesome.
I had the best teddy bears in the land, smartest teddy bears. But I've always wanted to do that. It was something that I felt was a gift, and even just growing into that gift, I am able to really hone in on just what children need, how the brain really learns, how does the brain retain information. And so education is my first love. It's something that I'll do for free. So I love it.
Wow, that's awesome. So take us through the journey from becoming a teacher, studying to be a teacher, to becoming a teacher, to now being a principal of a school. What was that like for you?
So the classroom is going to always be, I'm not going to say always be an educator's first love, but when you love to teach people, you love children, that's going to be your first love, is that classroom with children that you directly impact. And so branching over to the leadership side of it, it's just now I have a bigger classroom with older people, but I still have my children. I'm still able to go into the hallways and give my hugs. Still able to go into the classrooms and see learning take place. But it's through a different lens now. It's through the lens of how can I inspire this adult to inspire her kids versus being in the classroom. You directly do that, but you only impact 20 to 30 children. Whereas now on this scale with this platform, I'm going to have 376 that I'm inspiring. So it takes it to a different level. It's still a love. I love Lincoln. Again, something that I would do for free. I live in the building all day long, all night it feels like. My son has told me on a number of occasions, we're here too long, Mom. I just want to go home and play with my friends. So it's definitely something that I love, absolutely love, and will probably always love.
let's see, you know. So what is some of the things that, you know, a lot of people think, you know, I'll just send my kid to school, they'll learn there, and they'll come home, they do their homework, and that'll be it. What would you say to parents who are thinking that way? Because it says it takes a village to raise a child. What responsibilities do parents have as far as their children's education goes? What should they be doing? What should they be encouraging them to do? And also, well, I'll let you answer that question because I have another question for you after that one.
So I always tell parents, you never allow a school to raise your children.
Right.
You never give a school complete autonomy to impart knowledge in your children. That is our goal, is to always impart knowledge upon the children that come into the building.
Right.
However, you never give someone that's not connected to you that type of power over your children. So I believe that parents need to be side by side in their learning process.
Right.
I do understand because I am a single mom, and it's not always easy going home, helping with homework every night, doing everything that you need to do to still keep the house afloat, keep your children afloat, as well as keep your career afloat.
Right.
So it's difficult.
Right.
But I do believe priority, it has to take presence. I will definitely beg of any parent to sit side by side with the teacher. Don't give any teacher that much power to just completely educate your children.
Right.
But every now and then, listen to your baby read. We have this thing where every night we read for 20 minutes a day, and that's every scholar at Lincoln Elementary School.
I've seen your son. I saw a post on your Facebook page where your son was reading in the car with the light on while y'all are driving on the road because he loves reading so much. That's awesome.
Well, just sitting here in the radio station, he's saying, can we go and get our book now after the show? So he is. Now, I'll tell you where that stemmed from. We have an AR program at Lincoln.
What's
and
AR?
So AR is Accelerated Reader, where children earn points in order to win these big prizes. And so their AR, you would go into a teacher's classroom for a walkthrough or even an observation, and children have their books hid. They're reading books while the teacher is teaching. And so that's something that we definitely want to continue to promote, is the love of reading. So I've seen that grow in my son since this AR program has taken off, and this is year 3 of the AR program, but last year it really excelled. There's a community partner, Maurice Givens, that comes in and he donates all of these gifts to the children, and he really helped Miss Susan Welch, our librarian, to really pump up our AR program so children are really reading, which is why parents, they can help their children earn points by just listening to them read or reading to your children. Reading is going to always help children learn. It's going to increase vocabulary. It's going to increase experiences that we can't necessarily physically take, but you can mentally take those experiences and watch them grow. So,
now, I've seen a lot of videos and a lot of protests from teachers and principals across the nation about test scores and different things like that. What can parents do, and what areas do children need more help in outside of the classroom? What subjects? I know reading literacy is one. What other subjects? Is mathematics something that they need to do more of? And if so, how do the parents help with that?
They need to do all of them. Mathematics, science, social studies, reading, language arts. We need to do them all. And so what we're learning in this era of education is it's not an isolated approach, but you do them all holistically.
Okay.
You're in the grocery store. You can read the label of certain products that your children may want.
Right.
Well, let's look at this.
Yeah.
Read me these words on the back in that chart. What is that chart for?
Right.
So that's going to do your
where's
literacy.
this fruit from?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's going to take your literacy approach. Then it's going to get them knowledge around just chart and how, if that was in paragraph form, would that be something that you can easily, quickly go to? So you can even have conversation about marketing skills.
Right.
So it's not it's not an isolated approach to learning.
Right.
What we want to always do, even at our parent-teachers conference, we try to give our parents something tangible that they can take from that experience and go out to their homes, go out into the community and actually do it with their children. Something simple as, okay, here is a science lesson on just anything,
Right.
energy.
Right.
How does energy work?
Right.
Kids love YouTube.
Right.
It's there. We give our children these phones and
Right.
laptops and iPads and let them go.
Right.
But give them a task before they go.
Right.
Okay, so baby, today we're going to study energy. So
Right.
I want you to get on YouTube and tell me 2 things about energy, and then we're going to come back to the table doing lunch or dinner, and we're going to talk about it.
Right.
Mama can study, baby can study. So
Right.
it's having a targeted approach rather than just letting them go and be babysat by the technology.
Right. Right. That's awesome. All right. So, and how many years have you been the principal at Lincoln now?
This is year 3.
Okay. Wow.
Year 3.
So were you a principal anywhere else before then?
I was assistant principal at Pope.
How long were you?
I was 1 year at Pope.
Okay.
Shelby County, I was a resident principal before I moved to central office with the Pit Crew department. And Pit Crew, that was a professional development where you train on the curriculum within the district. You train across the district. And so I dealt heavily with the CTE schools. Those were your technical path teachers and scholars in Shelby County. So it was awesome. I've actually enjoyed every role that I've held.
That's awesome.
I've enjoyed it. It's hard for me not to enjoy something. I'm going to be optimistic and make the best of everything. But my time in Jackson has been, I haven't had to make the best because it has made me the best.
Right.
It has been nothing but awesome experience here in Jackson.
That's awesome. And now you're taking that awesome experience and you're passing it out to the community. The Lincoln Elementary is having a community career summit at Lincoln Elementary, which is located at 425 Berry Street in Jackson, Tennessee. It'll be Saturday, March 9th, 2019 from 10:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. Tell us about the Community Career Summit and how this came to be.
So the Community Career Summit, this is our 3rd year doing this summit. And so we just have always wanted to tap into the community resources and put them in one location so that our parents can come out and get information on how they can get to their next level of success. This was my heart. This was my baby, because as I talked to parents throughout the day, I saw different levels of needs.
Right.
There were parents that come to me because we have a GED program at the school.
Okay.
At Lincoln every Tuesday, starts at 6:00. And so parents would ask me about their program, and I would tell them and get them excited about it. Then I had parents that did not know that they can earn a free associate's degree just by applying at a 2-year college. You don't have to take out any loans. It is completely free. And so, then I had parents, I want to do better. I want to be able to do this, this, and this for my child, but I don't have the resources to do it. So it was constant conversations with different parents and community members. And I said, first year, we're going to create a community summit. So at that time, it was just a community summit where we brought in different resources, that particular year, we had a situation where there were several different deaths with our scholars and families, and so it was several families didn't have life insurance. And I said, okay, you know what? We're going to have the life insurance people to come to our community summit. And so we set up that first year, it was life insurance. We talked about how to rebuild your credit. The schools was the 4-year colleges, 2-year colleges, GED, military was there. So then the second year, we extended upon that and had other opportunities to come. We included transportation. But this year, we actually have jobs that are currently hiring, which
that's awesome.
you all will be there.
Yeah, we'll be there. Our very own Richard D. will be one of your special guests, along with his father, Richard Donnell Sr.
Yes.
That's
So
awesome.
we are excited. Every year it gets bigger. Last year, we had a single moms raising boys panel.
Oh, okay,
So
wow.
we always try to give them something that they can take back and use, and I learned so much I put it on for the community, but I walked away with a toolbox of strategies that I could use for myself in trying to raise a young man to avoid the criminal justice system and go straight to success. So that's really what the community summit is about, is helping our families in Jackson, not just Lincoln families, but all families that are interested in getting their self to the next level of success to come out and be a part. We have several different job opportunities, 2 temporary services coming out. Wise Staffing will be there, ABM will be there, and that's the janitorial services with the school system.
Okay.
They will be there setting up, and they need people. So I do advise all participants to come. If you're looking for a job, come dressed for success, because these people are looking to hire. Outback Steakhouse will be there. We have several different companies that's going to be on site at Lincoln Elementary School, ready to, and I'll tell you, it's hard to find the right people. And so it's almost, it puts you in the mindset of a job fair. Because you have it, but it's not just a job fair, because I may want to do something, but I'm interested in this 2-year degree. We also have a young lady that's going to be doing resumes, and so our computer lab will be open. We have resume paper, so they're going to be able to walk out of there with a resume ready to hand over to anybody.
That's awesome.
So
That's awesome.
we have thoroughly thought. There is a team of people that is putting this community summit on. We have Miss Hoyle with Pilgrim Rest Church. She has been instrumental in helping us to really get our program to the level in which it's going to really attract the community to be able to come in and get something of value. So we're excited about it.
Wow.
There are classes for all level children.
I see it says classes for children ages 4 and up.
We are partnering with Early College High. Their scholars, they'll be coming over to Lincoln Elementary School and helping us with our ages 4 to 11 group. But we do have ages 12 and up to take classes on career, if they're thinking about interviewing for a job. How do you dress? Interviewing skills. So we have classes for everybody, and we have great food. We're going to have a ton of food, great giveaways. I think we're going to give away a TV. So we have thoroughly planned, and all we ask is that people come out to get this resource. This building will be a toolbox for you to come in and get whatever it is you need. It's right there in that spot, and it's not it's to get you to your next level of success. Whatever that level is, we'll have it there in that building to help you leverage where you are.
That's awesome. And how much is it?
It is totally free. It is free. You don't pay a thing to come. You bring yourself.
Wow.
And your family
Now,
to
what
come
if I
out.
can't make it? What if I don't have a car? What if I don't have transportation? How can I still come?
You can come. We have 2 spots that we're picking up at. It'll be 10 o'clock at Pilgrim Rest Church, and that's over on Carver Street. And then we'll be right in front of Lincoln Court leasing office at 10:15, and that's to get everybody to the school at 10:30. Okay. We may open up a 3rd spot. I'm going to get with a different option.
Okay.
And if we open up a different additional spot somewhere, I'm thinking right over by Kroger's off North Parkway. I'm thinking right in front of Kroger's, we'll have a bus out there to get people on and over to Lincoln Elementary School. But if we are able to make that happen, stay tuned in to Lincoln Elementary's PTO page, because that's where the information will be.
All right.
And that's on Facebook.
And just let me know, and I'll post it on Hub City Now and let them know.
Yes.
And if you're able to pick up somebody, a couple of people, and bring them with you to this event, please do that too.
Yes.
Because this is an awesome opportunity, an awesome event. It also says there's information on how trauma impacts learning with Gloria C. Webster, who is a licensed clinical social worker.
Yes. So she's talking about how trauma impacts learning. And so we don't look at different things. For example, if you have an incarcerated parent,
right, children
children experience trauma around that.
Right.
If you've been separated, single homes can
Right.
experience trauma. So we usually think about trauma as a direct impact of a collision or something, or a medical condition, but those are part of what trauma is. But under the umbrella of adverse childhood experiences, you have different levels of trauma. And so she's going to talk to us. She's going to educate the community on different types of trauma and how the brain is impacted. And so
Right.
our goal is to always help our children by decreasing the number of traumatic experiences they encounter throughout their adolescent years.
That's awesome. Because I know that I think my uncle passed away right when I was going to junior high school. And I started going to a counselor at the school to talk about what was going on. Because in some ways I didn't feel like I could talk to my mother, only because that was her brother. I didn't want to bother her with how I felt about that incident, because that was her brother and she was dealing with that grief. So I went on my own to talk to the principal, to the counselor, to get the help that I needed. And I know a lot of kids probably don't think that way. Some kids say, well, I got to deal with this on my own. Like you said, all those different kinds of trauma, there are so many different things that happen to children, and every child is not the same. Every child doesn't deal with it the same.
Right.
Sometimes children blame themselves for whatever's going on in their lives. So that's a very important information to get for everybody.
And this year we're having a panel, and the panel is strong parenting for the next generation. And so we have Cameo Bobo, Mr. Dantarius Clark from Operation Hope, Corey Curry, our student support director here with Jackson Madison County Schools. And then we have our very own from Lincoln Elementary School, Miss Tangi Tyson. These four will be a part of a panel to talk about strong parenting for the next generation. So it's going to be a lot of information.
It sounds awesome. I'm going to have to stop by because that sounds very, very awesome. Again, this is the third annual Lincoln Elementary's Community Career Summit, which will be at Lincoln Elementary, located at 425 Berry Street in Jackson, Tennessee. It will be Saturday, March 9th, 2019. Again, that's Saturday, March 9th, 2019, from 10:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. You've heard what's going to be there, what you can learn. I'm sure there's so much more that's going to be happening there. So make sure that you invite everybody that you know. Again, how they find out more information if they want to stay up on top of where the pickup locations are, and if there's an additional pickup location.
They can call Lincoln Elementary School at 731-988-3800. That's the main office. My telephone number is 731-506-3404. That's my direct line. And so they're able to contact by phone, or they can log into Facebook, Twitter on my account. That's LaDonna Braswell, and also the Lincoln's PTO page on Facebook. So all of these different avenues, along with our wonderful partner here, JJ 97.7.
That's right. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for sharing this information with us. And please go out to Lincoln Elementary's Community Career Summit, which will be at Lincoln Elementary, located at 425 Berry Street in Jackson, Tennessee. It will be Saturday, March 9, 2019, from 10:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. Make sure to tell everybody that you know. We have it up on our Hub City Now Facebook page. You can share the flyer, get more information. Also, I'd like to thank our sponsors, Baskerville Funeral Home, R&R Custom Wheels and Tires Express, and Helping Hands of Tennessee. Thank you all so much for tuning in to Hub City Now. Also, before we go, I like to let you all know to make sure to go to Hub City Now. On March 1st, I am doing a Facebook Live. I haven't done a Facebook Live in a long time, but I'm doing a Facebook Live outside of Hub City Now for my website, TyroneTonyReedJr.com. We'll be talking about the trilogy of Unbreakable, the superhero story that just ended with M. Night Shyamalan. We'll be talking about how there are dreamers and there are dream killers, and how you have to prepare yourself, because in this world there are dream killers. While you're trying to build your dream, there are people who are trying to destroy it. And sometimes we can be our own dream killers. So we need to be on top of what we can do in order to keep our dream alive, to stay encouraged, and to help others build their dreams. So stay tuned for more of that information. Find me on Facebook. You can find out more information at TyroneTonyReedJr.com. And we will see you again. Well, we'll talk to you again next week. So you all have a wonderful and blessed week. Continue to take care of one another. Be there for one another. And God bless.